Good morning, everybody. We are here. We're ready to go. We're looking good. Beautiful day outside today, but it's a little cool out there. 57 degrees, but it's sunny, so that's nice. We get nobody over on TikTok. Hopefully they roll in pretty soon. But we got Frank first in the chat. Frank second in the chat. Pudgy second in the chat. Both of you guys, glad to have you in here. Frank, I gotta ask you, man. I saw that picture that you posted in the Discord. Did you take that? Did you take that? I mean, come on, man. It's freaking ridiculous if you took that. You need to start like an Instagram or an X page or something if that's the kind of stuff you're taking with the camera or the telescope that you got. Stead, what's going on over on TikTok? Glad to have you over there. And gone already. Yes, I took that photo. Holy crap. CD Wit, good morning to you. Before we jump into the market, man, I gotta show you. CD Wit, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but you guys gotta see this, man. "90 individual photos stacked together." So it's fake. Frank, what does that mean, man? What does that mean? 90 individual photos stacked together. What does that mean? Because this is nuts, dude. I mean, like, that's the kind of stuff that you see that NASA posts. Like, that thing looks legit. Hey, bro! Jimmy the Lip, what's going on? But why do we get 90 photos stacked together to make that? You know what I mean? Like, explain a little bit more about that. Because that's outer space, dude. That's outer space if I've ever seen outer space before. Never seen outer space like that. And as Frank is explaining it to him, it is crazy, dude. And the fact that Frank took that is even better. As Frank is explaining that, let's take a look at the market. AEMC, top left-hand side of the screen, sitting at $4.16. It is up 2.21% of the day today. GameStop, top right-hand side of the screen, 2081, up 1.49%. Shiba Inu Coin, in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, 1663, down 2.86% today. Bitcoin, gosh, man, trying to come back. It spent the last hour moving back up as slow as stinking possible, and in the last 2 minutes has destroyed the entire progress that it took like a half hour to get here. Oh, come on, Bitcoin, man. Don't do this. We want gains, not this stupid, I'm going to go up for an hour and then destroy it in 2 minutes type of a deal. NASDAQ up 0.12% today, not doing too bad. You got Dogecoin sitting down 2.23%, 10.5 cents. Shiba Inu Coin 1663, Ethereum 2403. You've got Bitcoin sitting at 60,741 right now. The SPY 577, about break even on the day today. QQQ 0.16% higher at 493.91. Molinado sitting at 227, up a slight 1%. Sundial sitting at $1.92. Netflix, chew, all-time high. Netflix sitting at $7.31. MPW $4.95. Tesla sitting at $241. Amazon sitting at $186. And Apple $228.79. It is down a slight 0.33%, 1/3%. And Bitcoin erasing all of its progress over the last hour and the last 5 minutes here. Boo, boo, Bitcoin sucks. We hate you, No, Bitcoin, we love you. Go up. We hate the blue. We hate the purple lines here. We don't want purple lines. We want green lines, not purple lines. Morning all, Gen G. Glad to have you in here. We got Panda. What's going on, Panda? I'm here, bros. Alien Head. Loving it, man. Good to see you, Clay. Good to see you as well, Alien Head. If you take one photo that is 90 minutes long, and the wind shakes your... Okay, if you take one photo that is 90 minutes long and the wind shakes your camera or bump it, the whole image is blurry and wasted. You break it into 5 minutes or 3 minutes, 2 minutes, or mine, 60 seconds. Okay? I get that. I get that. Why does it take 90 minutes? Why are we taking a 90-minute video for a picture here? I mean, obviously it has to do something with the camera or the light taking that long and stuff like that. I just never knew that it would take 90 minutes to take a picture. That's kind of crazy. But dude, that is pretty cool. You're taking a picture every minute for 90 minutes and then compiling them together and getting literally the craziest thing I've ever seen before, man. Outer space is real, according to Frank. Good morning to you, Gorilla. Anyone going to watch the Robo-Taxi event? I did not even know that there was such a thing as a Robo-Taxi event. What does that have to deal with? Tesla or something? Blockdag is saying once it launches, it will launch at 5 cents. Then I see him talk about $1. Thoughts? Yes. Okay, here's my thoughts on Blockdag. I've bought into Blockdag, right? I don't own a ton of it, but I do own some of it. And I think Blockdag has a great idea with this, with their mining and their mobile phone mining and all of that stuff. So if they're successful in getting a lot of people to download the app, mine the token, and that kind of stuff, I think that they can do very, very well. It's going to have a lot of exposure, and a lot of people across the globe can make a couple pennies a day, and that's really going to be a lot of money to them, especially if they got a couple phones running. So I think Blockdag is in a very good position. However, I truly believe that with the capital gains that people are going to make initially, so if they launch at 5 cents, knowing that people were getting in at 1 cent during the pre-sale, I would imagine you get a very, very quick sell-off. So launch, sure, yes, it will launch at 5 cents. But then you're probably going to have a very steep correction as a lot of the pre-sale buyers go out there and immediately click the sell button. I don't know where the price is going to stabilize, right? Is it going to be 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent? I have no idea where the price is going to stabilize. But dollar price predictions, okay? Obviously, very, very lofty price expectations. Potential 100x gains after the initial sell-off. But not impossible, right? Because like I say, if these guys truly do have a successful app that you can download, and you know, somebody living in Nicaragua, their average salary is $1 a day, if they can go out there and they can mine on their cell phone, and they can bring in an extra 5 cents a day mining this cryptocurrency for free, dude, now we're talking about a 5% increase on the amount of money that they're going to be making. Their income just increased significantly. So if it gets like global usage because of a lot of people across the world mining this cryptocurrency with their phone, yeah, man, you know, it's going to be heavily adopted. So I have my positive expectations, but I also got my negative immediate price bomb expectations because a lot of people are going to be taking profit because they're going to be sitting on some very nice gains on launch day. Let's see. Super dim, and it takes that long to get enough photons for the image to resolve. That's wild to me, man. That's wild. I guess you never really think about that, though, because I take a picture here and it's just instant. You never think about taking a picture of something that's, I don't know. Frank, how far is that away, man? 1 million miles away? No, dude. If the sun's 93 million miles away. Frank, how far away was that? 1 billion miles away? What are we talking about here? Holy crap, man. 10 billion miles away? Don't give me light years. I want miles. I don't want no light year stuff, Frank. Give me miles. Driving but made it. I like it, Chris. Michael Allen. Mike, dude. So glad to have you in here right now. You had me worried last night. Tried to check on you and you didn't answer me. So you had me worried last night. You know, I'm scrolling through pictures and I'm seeing crap where, like, sand is up to the guy's garage. I mean, it was nuts, dude. Some of the storm surges happening around Venice Bay. Capnetti Seafood, or whatever that place was halfway underwater. Venice Bay, like the trailer park, or the adult park they call it. Dude, the Venice Bay trailer park, dude, that place was like underwater. The jetty, I'm sure, was completely just destroyed. Yeah, it was nuts, dude. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, crap, Michael Allen going to live through this? And then he doesn't answer me in the Discord. He leaves me hanging. I thought the dude was buried in sand. New to your content. What type of trader are you? What are we trading today? Looks like crypto. Best of luck to you, brother. Lauren, glad to have you over there. Yeah, you got crypto on the screen. You got big... Oh, no. Your screen's TikTok. So you got AMC, GameStop. You got Bitcoin and Shiba Inu Coin on your screen right there. And less of a trader, more of an investor, right? I'm not going out there and buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling and stuff like that. Morning to you, Nick F. Glad to have you in here, man. Never heard of a robo-taxi. Seems like a smog-inhibiting event. Could be, man. We're going to have to figure it out. Wow, okay. So it's Elon Musk's answer to Uber and Lyft. Yes, Clay, it has to do with Tesla. I read that this could be the catalyst for Tesla becoming a $1 billion capitalization company. Dude, are we talking $1 trillion? What are we talking here? Trillion? Tesla's worth $1 billion. Tesla's definitely worth $1 billion, man. Gotta be trillion, right? Gotta be trillion. Will Shiba Inu Coin be okay? Yes. Shiba Inu Coin will be okay. Right now, Shiba Inu Coin is showing some annoying price action, down 2.80% of the day today. Testing support at 1660. Come out here to the daily. You know, we're still doing very well on this ascending trend line. So far, we have wick down, but we've come back up. So I'm hoping for a wick back up. If we don't get it, we're simply testing this horizontal level of support now, where it came down, tested, and then finally bounced back up. So you could slightly move. I'm going to move it back up, but you could slightly move this line down here, and you can see that we are testing some horizontal support as well. So Shiba Inu Coin is okay. Unfortunately, Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin has been rather slow over the last 2.5, 3 weeks here. Doing nothing but coming down since September 27th. So that's a little annoying. Once Bitcoin begins to bounce back off this $60,000 level of support and begins moving back higher, Shiba Inu Coin should see some confidence. Dogecoin, Ethereum, the confidence should roll back in. Right now, it's just pretty annoying that Bitcoin is... I mean, it's not gathering any steam, right? One of the reasons for the decline today could be that inflation rates came in higher than expected. Nobody likes inflation, and certainly nobody likes inflation that is rising. So if you believe the numbers that the government is feeding you, the consumer price index for the inflation rate came in, I believe it... Just look at it. I think it was 2.2%, but 2.4%. Came in at 2.4%. Consensus was 2.3%, so it came in higher than expected, but lower than last month's reading of 2.5%. Consumer price index ex food and energy came in higher than both expectations and the previous month's reading. So it was expected at 3.2%. Last month was 3.2%. It came in at 3.3%. So inflation data was bad today. Inflation data being bad today might be spooking people into believing, well, maybe the Fed won't cut interest rates again at their next Federal Reserve or press conference. And if that's the case, that's going to suck. So inflation data kind of spooking the market a little bit today and causing this initial decline around 8:30 here. Taking us from 61.2 down to 60,700. And then, of course, all morning, nothing but down. Tried to bounce back, but losing some steam once again here, with Bitcoin sitting at $60,676 at the moment. Michael Allen, thank you very much for the super chat. Michael says, end of the month, 275 billion lunk will be burnt. Oh my gosh, dude. Is that true? Dude, if Terraform Labs burns 275 billion Terra Luna Classic, that is a major burn. Wow. Mike, man, I haven't been keeping up on the Terra Luna Classic news, but if they're burning 275 billion, isn't that more than Binance has burned the entire last, 2 years? 275 billion Terra Luna Classic is going to be a monster burn, man. Let's see. Average down to 0.0002. Very nice. Hello, Clay. Bullish today. I like it. Yes, trillion my bad. It's all right, alien head. I promise. Hope everything will work out. It's Simple Man Jake. I hope everything will work out as well. I truly believe that everything will always work out. The inflation rate will go down if things go well. If everything turns out in our favor this election. Yes. And hopefully it does, right? Hopefully it does. The inflation rate is supposed to be around 2%. So with CPI coming in at 2.4%, I don't think that that's necessarily catastrophic, right? We're sitting right around the target inflation rate of 2% at the current 2.4%. Now, 2% inflation, great, we could deal with it, but it's still stacking on top of the 9 to almost 10% inflation that we were seeing for a prolonged period of time. So, the same way that your grandpa tells you he used to go to McDonald's and get a 5-cent Coke and a 10-cent cheeseburger, all right? Well, clearly those days are over. We're never going to see 5-cent Coke and 10-cent cheeseburgers again. Dollar menus, probably never going to see those again. I don't remember the last time I seen a dollar menu. I don't go to fast food restaurants, but never going to see those again. So prices will never be lower than they are. Things will always get more expensive than they currently are, which is terrible. I would actually like to see a target inflation rate of deflation. I want to see prices go back down. It's annoying, dude. Groceries are annoying. Going out to eat is annoying. Dude, I remember you could go out, you're like $5 for lunch, $10 for dinner. Decent restaurants, man. $5 footlongs at Subway. Yeah, $5 footlongs, a good price. $5 lunch, $10 dinner. Now you're talking like $15 lunch and $45 dinner. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Listen to me sitting here complaining about prices. What about unemployment? We didn't get any unemployment news today, did we? Unless you mean jobless claims. We should have had jobless claims this morning, right? Yeah. Let's see. Jobless claims came in higher than expected and higher than the previous week's reading. So initial jobless claims came in at 258,000 today, which is bad news. Consensus was for 230,000. So we had an additional 28,000 jobless claims over what they were expecting, and an additional 33,000 over the last week's reading. So last week was 225, consensus was 230, and 258,000 were actually reported. So jobless claims, also bad news. Continuing jobless claims up to 1.861 million, which is also bad, right? They were expecting 1.83 million, and they got 1.86 million. So 1.86 million people are continuing to file jobless claims. Not good. I don't know when the next employment data is. That's what I thought you meant, but it was unemployment. Let's see. The economy is not as good as people think, seriously. No, but it's getting better, right? So theoretically, with the economy not as good as people think, I'll agree with that. But we essentially survived high inflation, high interest rates. Interest rates got cut at the last Federal Reserve meeting. Interest rates should continue to get cut throughout the next several meetings. They should continue to get cut throughout 2025. And if we can get back down to 1%, 2% interest rates, we don't have to go all the way back down to 0. But if we can get back to 1-2% interest rates instead of the 5% interest rates, 5.5, whatever we're currently at, that we're sitting at right now, it's going to free up a lot of money. People that have mortgages that are currently paying like 7-8% on their mortgage, they could refinance and they could drop their interest rates down to 3-4%. Now, dude, you free up 5% on a $300,000 loan, you're talking about $15,000 a year, man. So there's a lot of money that could be freed up here. And of course, if they get an extra $1,000 a month in their account, you know, $300,000 is cheap compared to what a lot of the house prices are for new houses these days. But dude, you start talking about freeing up $1,000 to $2,000 a month in people's expenses, it's gonna get even better. So I'm optimistic about continued interest rate cuts. Hey, want to check a little stock in my portfolio? Yes, I do. Look at CHKP. It's a software company, but accumulating and holding for 2 years. I like it. Very comic. We'll pull up that contract address in 2 seconds here. Check out Wolf on Solana. Gotcha, Don. We'll do it. We talking about Land Wolf, or are you talking about another one? First, we got to look at CHKP. All right, CHKP. This stupid. Come on, Bitcoin. Don't throw these purple lines. Throw some green lines. All right. Oh, my goodness. Dude, Alien Head always somehow has the stocks that do nothing but go up. My goodness, dude. Look at this long-term graph. 2007. Look at this 2002 low right here after the dot-com bubble. Golly bomb, dude. Look at this. $10 in 2002 to $200. Jeez. You had a little pullback in 2020. Spooked the market, but it was a wick. Right down, right back up. Wow, this is a solid one, man. Yeah. Solid gainer. Now, I will say this, right? This is a little bit of an exponential break for this stock here. Seems to prefer staying much closer to its trend line. So, very, very nice 3-day period watching it go from 190 to 207. This may pull back a little bit. So if you guys are looking for a decent buy-in opportunity, you might be able to see this stock pull back based on the fact that it really doesn't rip off of its trend line too far. And it is ripping pretty hard over the last 3 days. So I would expect a little bit of a pullback in it, but nonetheless, dude, beautiful long-term graph. My gosh. And I got to pull it all the way down there so you guys can see it. I'm looking at something that you guys probably can't even see. Sorry about that. And Bitcoin back all the way down, tested 60,400 where it was this morning. At its intraday lows. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. All you scaredy cats out there selling your Bitcoin, can't hold on to it. And watch the gains roll in. Let's see. Gotta copy this contract address here. Okay. Gotta take this one. Hey, Daddy's doing good. 1478. Dude, I want to see Daddy hit $1. Let's go. If Daddy hits $1, we'll have a very good time. All it's got to do is like 5x, man. Come on. Dude, if Daddy 5x's. Oh, boy. I will have a very good time if Daddy 5x's. All right, Pochita. Let's look at this one. All right, what do we got with Pochita here? Contract address. Tiny, tiny token, man. $44,000 in the liquidity pool right now. $273,000 market cap. It's got $121,000 in volume. Not bad volume at all. But it has exploded over the last, like 2 weeks ago, exploded up to 0.005 from 6 zeros and a 7. Wow, man, like 1,000x gained. It was worth a couple dollars, and then somebody came in and 1,000x'd it. It is back down to 0.00039. So you could easily see 10x gains to get you back up, almost 20x gains to get you back up to these recent highs here. But I don't know. I don't know the reason for this explosion right here. You got to explain that a little bit better. Because I don't know how you go from $4, $0, $14, $0 in volume, $0 in volume, $1 in volume, $0, $2, to $6.25 million in volume, $5.38 million in volume. This is almost dead equivalent of what Shiba Inu Coin did in February, March of 2021. Volume was like $30, $0, $1, $0, and then, $6.25 million. So I have no idea what this token or where this volume came from, but this is the exact same thing that SHIB did, and then it kept running. Puchita, on the other hand, did not keep running, so keep that in mind. Let's see. Wolf. Don. Yeah, Land Wolf on Solana. Some technical analysis and your overall opinion. Yeah, we could pull up Land Wolf, man. I've seen Land Wolf plenty of times. Never seen a 10-cent cheeseburger, but for darn sure, it tastes like a 10-cent burger. Fast food is dog crap. Yeah, but dude, fast food. McDonald's, way back when 10-cent cheeseburgers were a thing, they were probably selling you actual cheeseburgers. Like, think about that, man. I know you watched that. Oh, jeez. What was it called? The Founder? Or whatever that movie was? With the guy that started McDonald's and the guy that franchised McDonald's. Dude, they were probably cooking you real cheeseburgers. And they were probably cooking you, like, real French fries. And it was probably, like, a really good burger. And then, of course, they got to mass produce it, so it turns into what it is now. But, dude, original McDonald's, man. When you're talking like 10-cent cheeseburgers, it was probably legit cheeseburger, man. It's probably pretty good. Hey, bro, in miles, it's about... All right, let's see what this number is. Frank, thank you for telling me. Frank had to do a calculation on this one. I know he did. Frank just converted, just so I could have it in miles. Frank converted light years to miles. I know that he did. I know he did, man. Because I know he didn't Google it. Let's see. 100 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, 160 quintillion, 85 quadrillion, 170 trillion miles away. Frank, as the young kids are calling it, I've got to say cap. As the old guys are calling it, I've got to call fake news, man. Frank, let me ask you this question, okay? Because this often confuses me. If you can take a picture of something as beautiful and crisp as you did, that is 160 quintillion miles away, right? Why can you not take me a picture of the spacecraft that apparently just landed sideways on the moon, which is only 250,000 miles away? If you can zoom in on something that is 160 quintillion miles away, why can you not show me the spacecraft that landed on the moon in decent clarity? Now, there might be a simple explanation for it, right? But that is something that always confuses me. That you're going to tell me you can see 160 quintillion miles away, but you can't see, 240,000 miles or whatever the moon is. Hearing a lot of chatter about internet computer. Me too, Tyler. Me too. A lot of guys actually like internet computer a lot. Bull run in 2025. Very comic, man. Let's get started. OG Pochita, please. Very comic. Is that what I just looked at, or was that a different one? Is that the one? Is that not the one that's on the screen? Let's pull up Landwolf as very comic. Hopefully, he answers the question. I thought this was Pochita. Isn't this OG Pochita? Is that what I'm looking at right now? Let's look up Landwolf though. This one. All right, Landwolf actually is a decent-sized token with a lot of money in the liquidity pool. I like when a token's got a lot of money in the liquidity pool. So when you just looked up OG Pochita and you see that it's got $40,000 in the liquidity pool, that means if you wanted to go out with $4,000, you would have a 20% impact on the overall price. Okay, and if you want to go sell $4,000, you're going to tank the price by 20%. So, now you're starting to talk about you can really only go in with a $400 buy, so you can have a 2% price increase. You don't, dictate the price or manipulate the price too much. So the smaller the liquidity pool, the much riskier these tokens are, and the much more influenced the tokens are. Something like Landwolf with $1.2 million in the liquidity pool, dude, you could go out there with $100,000 and have just under a 20% impact on the overall price of Landwolf. So, big difference, right? You can go in with a lot of money on something like Landwolf if you want and still not have a significant impact. No idea why it's not loading. It should be loading here. I know Landwolf is down in value, pretty heavy from its all-time highs, but I don't know why it's not loading, so I'm going to let it spin there for a second. Might try to refresh it again. Isn't the Fed selling Bitcoin? I don't know, Robert. I don't know if the Fed is selling Bitcoin today. I don't know why the Fed would be selling Bitcoin today. I don't know. They might be, but I have no idea. Indeed! Waiting for the dip to buy a little bit more. Alien Head, very nice, man. Stacking up on something that has only gone up for the last, 3 decades, man. Not a bad buy at all. The Founder, starring Michael Keaton. Yeah, DD214, you watched it as well. I saw that movie. You feel a little bit bad, right? Watching that movie, that guy's the villain. He basically stole McDonald's from those guys. But, dude, come on. Those dudes were never going to make McDonald's into what it is. They wouldn't have been able to do that. And he paid them a lot of money for McDonald's at the time. I just read a thread on X yesterday or the day before about the 3 kids that started YouTube. Right? The 3 kids that started YouTube had no idea what it was going to become. Right? They just wanted to create. It was very difficult to share videos with people. You couldn't really email them. The file sizes were always too big. You couldn't text message them. You couldn't share videos with people. So they decided to create a website that failed. It was some hookup website or some video chat hookup website. I don't know what it was, but it failed. They didn't give up. They went back to the drawing board, and in their garage, they came up with YouTube. A couple years later, I think they started it in 2004 or something like that. A couple years later, in 2007, I believe, Google buys them for $1.5 billion or a little over $1 billion. And they stayed on for a while. They worked with it for a while, but it obviously outgrew them. And they understood that, right? So then these guys went on to do a couple other ventures. One of the dudes invested in Lyft and Airbnb. Some other guys invested in some other thing. One of the guys bought, a portion or owner of the, what's the team that Stephen Curry plays for? Golden State Warriors, right? He went on to buy part of the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, so it was interesting to see their story, but it outgrew anything that they were going to be able to make happen with it, and they still made over $1 billion on the sale. Well, YouTube's worth $455 billion today. Dude, those 3 kids couldn't take it to $455 billion. The same way those 2 dudes that owned McDonald's couldn't take it to whatever McDonald's is worth these days. That one dude had a much larger vision with his franchising and so on, and he took it. So it's very weird to say who the bad guy in some of these stories are. Pochita, she's the dog owner of Bonk. Ooh, gotcha. Okay, very comic. I did not know that Pochita was the dog owner of the Bonk token. All right. McDonald's beef is good, but the size of the burger is going down in size, and now they call them micro. Do they really call them Micro Max? I didn't know that. I really have not had McDonald's in a long time. I think the last time I had McDonald's was either, now I forget the timeline of events here. Went to the zoo and had McDonald's on the way home from the zoo one time. And also when I drove down to North Carolina back in 2021, we got McDonald's on the way down to North Carolina. So I don't remember which time came after. Maybe it was the zoo. Maybe the zoo was the last time. Because that galaxy is 60,000 light years in diameter. Okay, the LEMs on the moon are 20 feet. Okay. Listen, Frank, I kind of understand that. Okay, I kind of understand it, but I'd have to see the math on the perspective, right? If you put something 20 feet, only 200,000 miles away, there's still a chance that it's going to look bigger or the same size as, I don't know, a 60,000 light year diameter galaxy that is 160 quintillion miles, whatever it was, 160 quintillion miles away, right? Same way that the moon is just a fraction of the size of the sun, but I saw a solar eclipse that blew my mind, because even though the sun could eat up 1 million moons, the moon completely blocked the sun. That was interesting. So, could a spaceship that is 200,000 miles away, could it be relatively the same size and perspective as a 60,000 light year diameter galaxy that is 160 quintillion miles away? Frank's got a lot of homework to do today. It does make sense, Frank. It does make sense what you're saying, but I want to make sure the maths. You know what I mean? Because it is a confusing subject to me. Let's see if I can reload Landwolf. Maybe Landwolf doesn't exist anymore. All right, Landwolf does not exist anymore. Tell me another token. What? Octoshi Tuamoto. All right, maybe Deck Screener doesn't exist anymore. Maybe my internet doesn't exist anymore. Am I here? I am here. All right. You thought I wasn't, but I am. All right. Landwolf. Landwolf over the last couple of days has been doing better, right? And I believe that this is because on this day here, now I remember why I don't like Dex tools as much. Look, let's just go over this very quickly. Landwolf, very beaten down in price. I believe Andrew Tate or somebody mentioned Landwolf on this day right here. and it had a very nice bounce, taking it from a low of 0.014, doubling it in price to a high of 0.0299. So 100% gain in Land Wolf. Now came back down a little bit, but it's trying its best to bounce back up. There is a slight level of resistance in this area right here that it is attempting to break out of. Tested it, and that comes from support back here in late August. Support. And honestly, we could bring this all the... Gave me a new line. I didn't want a new line. Alright, anyway. Might be able to take this out. Yeah. All the way back to here. So, its initial resistance level, tested it, broke through. Support, acting as resistance again. If it breaks this level, you could see a very fast rise to this area in here at 0.07, which would be very nice. And then the sort of the all-time high resistance levels at 0.18 or 2 cents would be much nicer to break up, because that's a 10x gain from the current levels. Land Wolf maintaining some great volume, $1 million in volume, a lot of holders, 45,000 holders, being mentioned by a lot of communities out there, and beaten down in price since meme coins were really running in June. Not my go-to, but definitely something that I have kept my eye on. I don't know why Dex Screener's not working. Over the last couple of months, as meme coins have really been beaten down. I prefer the celebrity tokens. I would rather buy Daddy Coin or Daddy Token in anticipation of Andrew Tate pumping his own coin than in anticipation of Andrew Tate pumping something like Land Wolf. So I believe he's going to be more dedicated to his own token than he ever will any of these other ones. What I think he's doing is hyping up a lot of communities and getting a lot of people excited. Maybe they'll make some money in those other tokens, but eventually it flows back into him and it flows back into his token. So I think it's a good strategy, right? I do think it's a good strategy. It doesn't need to be all about his token, but sourcing liquidity from other projects and bringing it to his token. Kid's not an idiot. He's a smart guy, and I think he's got a plan. Clay, straight random thought, but long story short, so the Salem witch trials were in the 1600s. We're expected to think that for all the history before, no one saw someone else swim. Chris, man, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. To me, it's very strange, dude. I don't listen. That is a random thought, and I don't want to go down the conspiracy theory path. But to be completely honest with you, man, I really don't know if I can trust much of what the government teaches. So I'm gonna put it that way, right? I don't know if I can trust much of what the government teaches, man. I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but dude, if I think they can lie to me today, why would they not lie to me about yesterday? That's my thought on it. Pochita, since this is the first coin, it is 9 months older than the rest and front-ran adoption of the dog Pochita by Bonk owner. It also has the original chainsaw dog picture on the metadata. Very comic. That's the contract address that you gave me, right? Because I know nothing about this token. It's got a tiny little $44,000 market cap, right? We're talking about the same one. The moon is also super reflective, and you really filter it up or you'll burn your sensor. Really? Nah, see, I didn't know that either. Clever because I saw that. Okay. Well, I don't want to burn my sensor, Frank. I certainly don't want to do that. But I do want to see the surface of the moon. I feel like we should. I feel like we should be able to see the surface of the moon. I feel like that should be relatively easy for us to do. Try Dex Tools. Yeah, Don, man. Dex Tools is working, and I don't know why Dex Screener is not working. But Dex Tools likes to reload and refresh, and it's kind of annoying. I got to witness a total eclipse for the first time ever last April. Dude, it was, yeah, Panda. It was mind-blowing, man. I don't know if I'll ever get to experience another one in my life or not, but hopefully I can do it justice by telling everybody else how amazing it truly was. Only for like that 1 minute. You know, the rest was kind of like, oh, okay, all right. I get to sit here with these glasses on. It's a little weird. It's not that fantastic. It's an eclipse for sure, but yeah, dude, it was spectacular. Johnny J, I see you over there on TikTok, man. Can you believe it? Been watching Claybro since November 2021. Made you dance, sing, and eat bananas 3 years now. I love it, John J. I love it. And Steven Noska, man, are you still over there? We can look at Cashapp if you're still over on TikTok. Frank, thank you very much for the member chat. Frank says the moon is 31 arc minutes in diameter. Okay. M33 Triangulum Galaxy is 73 times 40 or 73 by 45, whatever that means, arc minutes. Literally larger in every way. Dang it, Frank, hit me with the nerd math. I don't know what arc minutes are. So, if it is literally is it only twice as big though? Almost twice as big? Is that what you're telling me, Frank? It's about 50% larger on the 45 side, and then only about twice as large on the 73 side there. Okay, technically, I'll accept it, but is it just like, I don't know, 75% larger, 50% on the one side and 200% on the other, or 100% on the other? Is that all we got? The galaxy only appears twice as large as the moon? Search Mother and tell me what you think looking at the chart and everything. Jordan, I'm already biased, man. I love Mother. I'm a mother whale, dude. I'm a mother whale and I'm a daddy whale. Mother and daddy are going to make me so much money in this upcoming bull market that I am 100% biased. I can tell you the chart of Mother without looking at it. I've looked at it so much. I've got the chart of Mother in my head, and I've got the chart of Daddy in my head. But yeah, dude, I'm a mother whale, and I'm a daddy whale. Just to let you know. And very, very happy to be a mother and daddy whale as well. So, unfortunately, Mother has been hit pretty hard over the last couple of weeks, really. Bitcoin began to pull back off that $66,000, and Mother began to pull back off of the 14-cent level. Now, it was wicking up to 14 cents. It was really treading water in the 13-cent level, but wicked up to 14 cents. Coming back down to about 7 cents today, it got hit very hard. I'm going to tell you two things. I believe there are a lot of market makers or institutional players or something in Mother, whether it be exchanges or whatnot. I keep Mother and Daddy up on the chart almost the entire time that I'm not recording a video and watching the transactions, who's trading, and so on. The reason for a lot of this decline here are bot trades. Several of these days, the bots were just clipping $10,000 at a time. And I'm talking hour-long periods, pulling out $500,000 worth of liquidity. I absolutely believe that they're going to switch the script on it, and they will begin buying it back up. Okay? But you look at Mother, and you look at it coming down since September 27th here, and you look at Bitcoin on the daily. You look at Bitcoin coming down since September 27th here. It is a very similar, almost identical chart, right? Coming down, 3-day bump, coming down again. You got Mother coming down, had a nice 1-2 day bump, coming down again. So, it's so similar to Bitcoin that I truly think whoever is buying and selling in Mother here, the bots that are trading as much as they are, they're following Bitcoin. I think that they're institutional players or market makers or somebody that has been dumping the price. But very, very optimistic about what Iggy Azalea is building. Very optimistic about what Andrew Tate is building. And yeah, I'm excited about Mother. But definitely a biased because I am a mother whale and I'm a daddy whale as well. Okay, well, apparently we are getting a smaller second moon for like a month or two. So I'm saying. Also, if that's true, if the moon's gravity moves the ocean waters, theoretically, shouldn't adding another moon completely... I would say yes, but I have no idea. Never heard that we were getting 2 moons, dude. If we're getting 2 moons, that's going to be crazy. Where the heck is this other moon coming from? I don't know if it's big enough to call a second moon. Then it should be big enough to have some sort of gravity to it. Yeah, I would say so. Cheers, dog. Jordan, absolutely. Bitcoin coming down. Not below 60. We're going to maintain 60, guys. We're going to maintain 60. Bitcoin's not dropping below 60. It wouldn't do that to me. Bitcoin is coming down, but... Bitcoin's not going to drop below 60 on me. It's going to maintain that level. We're going to bounce off of this stupid support once again. Testing it, testing it, testing it, testing it. We're bouncing back off, and we're going to run. There's no reason we should be going down right now. It's one last opportunity to accumulate. 360 degrees in the sky, divided every degree by 60. That is an arc minute. Divide by 60 for arc seconds. Why do they call it minutes, though? That's weird. Okay. 360, you get your pi, you get your arc minutes. Is that how long it takes light to travel that far, or what? Still sticking to Bitcoin, coming down to 59. God, Lonnie, don't do it to me, man. Bitcoin's gonna hit 60 because it's already there. And it's gonna bounce, and it's never gonna look back. I don't want to accumulate any more crypto. Oh my gosh, dude. I want to take my whale status to blue whale status. That's what I want to do. Blue whales are the biggest, right? So we got, is that the biggest? Dang it, Lonnie comes in here and opens his mouth and look what Bitcoin does. Starts dumping off. Lonnie, will you just say that Bitcoin's going up, please? You come in here and talk about 59 and then it starts tanking down. AMP token. Yeah, Daniel, we can do that real quick. You think Mother will hit 1 billion? Jordan, do I want Mother to hit 1 billion? Yes. Do I think that it can hit 1 billion? Yes. Do I think that it will hit 1 billion? I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say yes. So $1 billion market cap on Mother is a $1 price point. Now, I personally do believe that it is an absolute possibility during a bull market frenzy. FOMO, everybody's excited, everybody's buying, and so on. Dude, it was already at $250 million, right? So all it would have to do is 4x from the all-time high. But a lot of these meme coins that reach close to $1 billion, people put their take profit right under it. So, you know, when I say yes, it will, or yes, it can reach $1 billion, you gotta be careful, dude. Because if you're putting your stop loss, or you're putting your take profits on there, know that other guys are as well, and they're always gonna try and undercut you by a penny, 10 cents, and so on. So I'd be pretty close to, you know, upper 80 cent level. It would be a lot more conservative to think with guys putting their take profits in the low 90s or upper 80s to undercut everybody on their way up to $1. So, yeah, I think it's a possibility, man, and I think it's a possibility for Daddy as well. Daddy may have a little bit harder time because that dollar level is also going to be significant to break through, but since he burned half of his tokens, he's got to get up to about a $2 valuation now to see $1 billion market cap. And $1 is not going to be easy to break through. It's significant in and of itself. So, but regardless, either one of them at $1, dude, I'm freaking whale status. I'm going to be beyond happy if they go there. And I have been holding both of those tokens. I'm committed to holding both of those tokens. So let's see if we can pull up AMP real quick before we leave. Is it XAMP? Just AMP. I don't know which one it is, man. And they were all 4 years ago. But I will definitely try to pull it up in the next live stream since I didn't know which one it was. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, Southpaw's still a little tired, but what are you gonna do, man? No more headache, no more body aches, nothing like that. I'm good. All right, yes, I'll send you the Discord if I find it. All right, Chris, will we be able to see it with the naked eye? Because that would be sweet. Clay, 59 is the mark, brother. Lonnie, I asked you nicely to say 60, and you didn't say it. And mooning after that. Watch the next few days. All right, as long as you're mooning afterwards, I can deal with another 1,000 on Bitcoin. I don't want to, but I can deal with it. Bob, we'll pull up Bob on the way out, so you guys can watch that one and make J-Bones some serious money. J-Bones is a Bob whale. Okay, J-Bones is a Bob whale. You know what? We'll look at Bob. Can you buy Bob on KSEX? I don't know why it's not showing me any crypto. Oh, come on. Sure can. You can also load up on Bob on the KSEX exchange if you would like to do that. But Bob on the... Dude, none of these charts are working. Bob on the chart this morning. We'll watch that as we get off here because it's already 1:03. Get your names in the chat right now. We're going to do some shout-outs. We're going to shout out to John J over on TikTok, man. John J, thank you for being over there. John J, click the like button a couple times. Take me up above 1 like, please. Sam, shout out to you over on TikTok as well. I don't know if Steven's still over there or not. Get your name on the chat in the chat on YouTube, and then we will be back later this afternoon with more videos. No more live streams until tomorrow, though. Old Rounder, have a great afternoon, man. And Mike, man, if you're still in here, Michael Allen, I'm glad you're okay. I know Venice got hit pretty hard, so I'm glad you're okay, man. Kombu, see you later. Peace out to those or fist bump to the gorillas. Panda, have a great one, man. Jordan, see you later. Old Rounder, Frank, have a good one. Lonnie, see you later. 59, anything above it is going to be good for me. Daniel, have a great one, man. Jordan, Southpaw Slinger, Chris, see you later. Alien Head, Panda, have a good one. Gorilla, Lonnie, Frank, Chris, enjoy your day, man. J-Bones, baby. Go buy Bob for J-Bones. Lonnie, see you later. Lonnie, Panda, Alien Head, Gen G, J-Bones, Jimmy the Lip, all of you guys. You know what time it is. You want to say it with me? Say it with me. Till the next time, hope to each and every one of you have an awesome day.